Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first week of July. We are going to be continuing on in our fruits of the Spirit, and this week we are going to be talking about the gift of goodness. Then we are also going to be continuing on with our fun retro video game theme. So before the story time, you are going to be playing a game called Burger Time. I've never played this. I must be way too young, or probably way too old is probably more like it. But I didn't play this, so I don't know exactly how it works. But the way we're going to be doing it in our classes, we have cut out big, huge hamburger patties. We have cheese, tomato, lettuce, and they're big pieces, big paper pieces, and they'll be put on one side of the room. Then you're going to pick two kids to be a bun. And how you're going to make them be the bun is you're going to put paper sacks over them. So let me just tell you, I cut out holes for their heads to go through to be paper sacks, because what we want them to do is keep their arms next to them, because they're going to be the buns on the end of the patties, right? So my idea was that their arms would stay inside the paper sacks and just their heads would pop out. But I'm not sure if I cut the holes big enough or not. So anyways, you might need some scissors. You might need to adjust that, because I don't know how big kids' heads are apparently. So you're going to have to do that. What you want to do is you want to put them in a paper sack. Somehow have them have a paper sack over them, kind of like they're like a sandwich board style, so it's just on top of them, and they're going to be the buns. Then you'll have them sit back to back, or they can stand back to back, whichever. You're going to do this with two teams, and the kids are going to be racing back and forth. So they'll have a starting line on one side of the room, and then the hamburger pieces on the other side of the room. And the kids are going to be racing to grab one thing at a time. So they have to grab the hamburger patty, then the cheese, then the tomato, then the lettuce, one at a time. Put them in between their two bread, the two sandwich board people's bread, right? So they're going to go in between them, and then the people have to hold their hamburgers together with their backs pushed together. And then as soon as the person who just grabbed, say, the hamburger patty, as soon as they get back all the way back to their line, the next person can go up and get the next item to go in there. So I did change it up a little bit, because I thought that might be a little simple. So I was saying that they'd have to crab walk, they'd have to walk backwards to get their stuff, anything like that. You can do it however you want. First grade, this might just be challenging enough to just have them run down there and try and keep the two hamburger buns close enough together that they're holding in their hamburger pieces. So that's your opening game. Then you'll go into story. Our story today is going to be from James, Jesus' brother, and we're going to be talking a lot about goodness and what it means to be good. So read that over, do that. We do have a picture. I'll go ahead and attach it to this along with the lesson, but it's a cafe wall illusion, which is talking about how something might look one way but actually end up being a different way. Like something might end up looking like it's going to be completely bad, and how can anything good come of this? And the way God makes it, something good comes of it. So that's something fun that we're going to add to that. Of course, you'll do your worship and offering as also. Then you'll do, as always, and you'll do a blessing. After story time, we have some more of those discussion questions that you can look over and discuss with the kids. And then you're going to talk to them about these gifts that they've been given from God, and talk about some of their own very individual spiritual gifts, not just the gift of goodness, but how they can use a gift that God has given them for goodness, use a gift to go out into the world and make the world a better place. And you're going to give them pipe cleaners. Each kid should have about 8 or 10 pipe cleaners. You should have plenty in your rooms. And they're going to be making something. So you'll just tell them, make something that represents the gift that God has given you, something that makes you special. So maybe they'll make a football, and then they can come up to the class and explain what their gift is. I'm very, very good at football, and I can use this because on my team I can pray for others. I can show them what it's like to be a Christian and to have good sportsmanship and how to behave properly, whatever, like that. So that's going to be your craft at the end. And then I've written out a little prayer for you. Some of it came from Orange, the curriculum that we're using, and it's a prayer that you can talk about goodness and asking God for goodness and how that can play out in our lives. So consider doing that, praying with the kiddos too if you still have some time. And then your Bible work for next week is in Acts. We'll be moving to Acts 12, 1 through 19. So that's a lot. Hope this helps you to prepare. I'll be sending along, like I said, with the curriculum and with the cafe illusion, so you can look at the wall illusion too and see how you want to work that into your into your story. If you are the storyteller and you have a better illusion that you want to do, bring it along. They can probably put it up on the screen for you, no problem. So, well, thank you so much for all that you do for children, and have a blessed week and happy 4th of July. God bless America and God bless you. Thank you.